I'll just wait until I have some people here. No one yet. Oh no. Well, this is Patricia, and I am traveling for history, and haven't done a live video in a month and a half, easily. And the way time gets away from me, maybe it's been even 2 months. Who knows? But I'm going to be doing live videos on Wednesdays for the time being, moving forward, because I am listing items on eBay. I want to share with you each week what I have that's new, with perhaps a recap of what's still available. You would think that I'd have enough spit in my mouth for this, but I don't. So I have my handy dandy water bottle, which is full of ice and water. Well, I see one person has joined me. Excellent. So I'm going to be showing you the 3 items that are currently listed on eBay that are for sale, and 2 other items that are, one's in progress of being listed, and the other one I'm going to list. And those, I'll tell you more about them in just a few minutes, but they're books. So the first 3 are not books, but the other two are. Alrighty, so without further ado, let me show you this first item. This is a Yankee candle. I bought them, the candles, all the candles I will be listing and I have already listed are retired, meaning that Yankee Candle no longer sells them. Yankee Candles, last I knew, in 2024, a large jar Yankee Candle is on their website, or available for sale for $41.99. So yep, that's $42 American dollars for a Yankee Candle you can buy in the store. And everything I have is, as I just said, retired, meaning it's no longer available through Yankee Candle itself. This one is Stars and Stripes. I think you can see that. It's showing as opposite lettering for me, but Stars and Stripes, you see, has the American flag, because this is Stars and Stripes, our flag is. This is a collector's edition. It says here, with pure natural spice extracts. This is a large jar. It's 22 ounces or 623 grams. It's pretty hefty. I tell you, if someone were coming after you, you hit them with this thing and boom, no longer running after you. It burns for 110 to 150 hours. That's the approximate burn time. It is, I'm kind of on the fence about the color. I think it's navy blue, which would make sense for Stars and Stripes because it suggests to me a military theme. And so you can't see the wick. The wick is actually right there. My finger's on top of it. That's the wick. It's also the same color as the wax. So navy blue, and it looks also maybe like a hint of purple in there, but it makes sense to be navy blue. The scent, though, oh my gosh. I can definitely smell cinnamon. I can't discern the other color, the other scent. Dang, that smells good. I'm surprised the cinnamon would be one of the scents. It seems like it should be a manlier scent. You know what I mean? But So this is a retired candle, as I said before, and I think this is the only one I have of all the candles I have, and I have an extensive number of candles that I just want my second bedroom back as a second bedroom and not a storage unit. So anyway, Stars and Stripes, retired, and I'll have a link in the description below probably by 15 minutes after this live is over. So yeah, that's it right there. I'll find Heidi Ho Ashlyn. If you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments below, and I'll answer them as I see them, because I like to have a running. If I'm asking a question of someone, I would rather do that in writing and have a written answer, like sending an email, right, or a text. All right, so this is the first item I have listed on eBay. You can look at all the pictures there. This one is exceptionally hard to find. South African Vineyard. See the grapes on the vines and all that. Doesn't say it says Yankee Candle postcards from South Africa. So this is the postcard. This also is a large jar, and it burns for 110 to 115 hours. They do also warn that you don't want to burn it below half an inch from the bottom, because the glass could shatter, and nobody wants shattering glass that's got hot wax and flames. You don't want this. We don't want that at all. So, but this is South African Vineyard. It is a large jar. It's 22 ounces or 623 grams, and the scent. Oh, definitely grapes. God, makes me want to burn it. I have 5 of these. But I'm the only one who has it on eBay for sale. That's a great question, Ipisnis. My apologies. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Stars and Stripes is these are all U.S. dollars, $42.95 plus shipping. This one's more expensive because even though I have 5 of them, it's more expensive because it's so rare, so hard to find. This one is $79 plus shipping. I will ship to anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. I'm not sure why Alaska and Hawaii are so often left off. It's not hard to ship to Alaska and Hawaii. I'm not shipping internationally at this time, although I used to, because I used to sell on eBay and I shipped all over the world. I'm a VT line dancer on eBay. I'll have the links to all 3 of these items about 15 minutes after this live goes up. And the last of the Yankee candles I have up for sale right now is Hazelnut Coffee. That is a coffee grinder right there, and this is a bag of coffee beans, in case you're wondering. But it's Hazelnut Coffee. It's a large jar. It's 22 ounces or 623 grams. It is it's brown in color, and I forgot to mention the South African Vineyard is purple in color. But this is part of the Food and Spice fragrance collection. And let's see, can I show that to you? Can you read that? It's only showing as blurry over here. Hard to see. But you can look at all the pictures on eBay to see the pictures. I've got pictures even of the this top here, so you can see it. If you're wondering about the scent, oh, it really does smell like hazelnut coffee. A friend and I used to go line dancing, and she would always stop for a hazelnut coffee at a convenience store. Reminds me of those days. Also, if you can't figure out that sort of scent, if you ever had a Coffee Crisp candy bar, it's a Canadian Canadian candy bar. But if you go up north of here, you can find them in the convenience stores there. But oh my God, that smells so good. Good Lord. So I have 2 of these listed. I have 2 available, and how much? These are $30 each. So if you were to go to Yankee Candle to buy a candle in their store, The large jars sell for, in 2024 anyway, they sold for $41.99 US dollars each. That's 42 bucks. You buy this retired candle for 30 bucks plus shipping. This is 22 ounces, 623 grams. It's the same as the others. And the lid is quite firm in there. All right, let me show you a couple of sneak peeks of books that are coming soon. This one, the title of this one is Units of Work, Indian Life and the Dutch Colonial Settlement, written by a few front pages here. Here we go. By Catherine L. Keillor, teacher of third grade Lincoln School. Whoops. And Mamie Sweet, formerly teacher of third grade Lincoln School, principal of McKinley School, Denver. It says at the bottom here, published by Bureau of Publications, Teachers College, Columbia University, for Lincoln School of Teachers College, New York City, 1931. Let me show you this nice black and white photo that's at the front here. Pretty cool. We can see it is an ex-library book. You can tell by this right here and that right there. Also, there are stamps on the, oops, my finger on the page for a reason. That right there, and also on the side, it's very faint, but it's still there. On the top, though, no stamp. I don't understand. They must have sneezed or something. Librarians are so good at their jobs. Also in the back, who else remembers these things? The due date stamps. This says date due, and these are the stamps and when they had to come back to the library, be returned to the library. I remember these quite well, but it's all digitized now, so these aren't in books anymore. And on the back cover, you see this thing too. This has the Dewey Decimal number on it. Where's that? Right on this side here. That's the Dewey Decimal number, so that librarians and others know where they go on the shelves. It also has in here the book plate, and on this side, it's stamped, withdrawn from the Bailey Hall Library, University of Vermont. I will say that I think you can tell this white stuff here and that white stuff there. It looks like there had been something on there that was removed, because you can see the remnants right down here as well. And this plate is there instead. Of course, the line is through because it was removed from the library, withdrawn from it. Some other things I want to show you about the book, because this is why it takes a book to describe a book, is I'd like to tell you everything that is wrong with it first, so you can see everything right there, because that's what I want to see on a posting. Because I've bought a lot of books on eBay, and not only do I want to see pictures of it, I want to read a description. What's wrong with it? What should I be thinking about when I'm buying it? So, in that spirit, excuse me, let's start with the bad. Well, let's start with the less than good, because it's not really, considering its age, 1931, that's, what is that? 94 years old. 94 years old. Good Lord. It's older than most of my relatives have lived. Let's look at the corners. Corner bumping is a thing. So we can see that these are a little lighter in color. They're not dark because they've been used. This was copy 3. They have 3 copies of this book on the shelves. And we know that because it says it right here, copy 3. Excuse me. So there's some corner bumping here. We can see that it's a little bit rounded on the corners. It's not supposed to look like that. We know what corners are supposed to look like. They're supposed to be straight on a book. But that's what we have here. And at the bottom of it as well, same kind of thing, some rubbing or some nicking because it's light green instead of dark green like the rest of the book cover. And again, some corner bumping. You can see it's sort of rounded on the edges. And if you can't see it, trust me on this, it is rounded a bit. But not too bad considering the age and the fact it was a library book. On the bottom of the spine, we can see this right here. And is there a second one? Yeah, there's a second one right here as well. They're not tears, but they're going to be. But there are no tears. And at the top, it's the same sort of thing. We have, you see the distinct marks right there. These are not tears yet. So if you're going to if you're going to bid on it, because this is going to be an auction item. The other things are buy it now, but these are the books will be auctioned. The cover, I think the covers are pretty beautiful. There is, though, where is it? Right here that you're not going to be able to see. There is a little round something on there. Not sure what. It's not a stain or something. I'm not sure if that's just a problem, or not a problem necessarily, but a mark from when the book was created or not. It's not grosgrain, but it's that sort of texture, where it's sort of, I just can't think of the word, textured. That's the word, textured. It's a textured cover. And maybe you can see, oh yeah, there we go. See the lines? They're vertical and they're horizontal. It just, is that ASMR? Long. Okay, the singing was not. Let me show you inside the book now. You saw I showed you already this front cover, and we know what that, but here, this browning here, it's known as foxing, and it's all the way from the top down to the bottom, but the book cover is very secure on there, but there is browning right there. And extends a little bit on this side as well, about where my finger is, goes that far. So you want to know about that. There's some pencil marks as well inside the front cover. The back cover also has some of that, a little bit of, not as bad or as pronounced as the front covers, but there is some. And also it extends, I think you can tell, here and here for that. Let me show you something pretty neat about this book. There are, there's at least one other black and white picture in here too. I don't know where that is right now, but there is at least one more. Oops, this one here. Now you likely, there they are. If anyone has read a more modern book, then you know that the pages are thin, and you're kind of hoping, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that a book is not going to have the pages fall out. I've experienced that. A book I bought brand new in the 70s, and a local history book, which I still own, but the pages actually came off. They were glued in and they came out. I'm actually very careful with my books, and no. This is not a book recommendation video, by the way. I've never read this book, though it looks pretty interesting. What I want to show you, though, and yes, the book is upside down, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I don't think you can see this. That's a shame. These pages are sewn in, and what you can see here, I will have photographs, though. As I said, though, it's not listed yet. It's not available for auction. There are 4 areas of these, I guess it would be the end part. It's the part that holds it. It's looped in, and that's the loop center there. And the pages are sewn in. I love that. So this book, I would say, is actually in really good condition considering its age. Oh yeah, I see another couple of black and white. Is this, which way is right side up? Here's another black and white photo. They have a little bit of music right there. And they have these individual child growth sort of charts, daily programs, really interesting stuff. And then they have these appendices. And under Indian Studies, set 5, set V, so 5, check the sentences or words that are the best answers to these questions. And this question, what has the Indian, yet that's anachronistic, I do say Native American, but I'm quoting directly. What has the Indian that can help the white man? And you have choices: art, music, stories, handicraft, bows and arrows, wampum. What has the white man that will help the Indian? Better tools, money, books, land, radio, food, art. So it's pretty interesting looking at this in 2025 and thinking about some of these things. Don't know what conclusions you've drawn, but land. If the white man hadn't stolen the land from the Native Americans, but anyway, I think it's in darn good condition overall, given its age. So this is Units of Work, Indian Life in the Dutch Colonial Settlement, an ex-library book. And this will be listed pretty soon. And then I've begun the listing on this one. This book is not in as good condition as the first one. This one is, I'm gonna make sure I get the full name correct. Oops, come here. These pages are much thinner. This one is Railroads, Rates, and Regulation by William Z. Ripley, PhD, Nathaniel Ropes Professor of Economics in Harvard University, with 41 maps and diagrams. New edition, Longmans, Green and Company, 4th Avenue and 30th Street, New York, London, Bombay, and Calcutta, 1913. It's an ex-library book, same library, University of Vermont Library. And if it ever had a dust jacket, I really don't know. My first inclination, since it's a library book, probably not. But again, I don't know. We can see that, oh yeah, there we go. You can see that the title is here, and William Ripley's name is also there. Don't know if you can see that. I think you can see that there's lettering right there. So it's the title and author's name. It is stamped on all three of the edges. Edge 1, Edge 2, Edge 3. In case we didn't know, it was UVM Library. Now, although I have not read this book, I did read a few things from the book, and I thought, even though it's Railroads, Rates, and Regulation, which sounds pretty dull, actually, I thought it was pretty interesting, with the understanding that I do film railroads and tracks and all that good stuff, trains when I can, because I like those things. In fact, something I filmed in Burlington, Vermont, a signal light has been removed, but I captured it on film. The copyright is 1912 by Longmans, Green and Company. It was published in November 1912, and this is a second edition from November 1913. I think that's pretty cool. The Plimpton Press, WDO, Norwood, Mass, USA, Massachusetts. Norwood, Massachusetts is where my dad had lived. There are numbers, library number right there. I will say that this is on there pretty well, but I do want you to pay attention to this here, which is hard to see on camera right now, but there you can see the webbing back there, so you shouldn't be able to see that at all. But the book cover is on well, and then back here, a date due list. I just love those things. And over here, the Dewey Decimal piece right here, and then this was the barcode. Definitely later edition. We can see on the spine that there had been a sticker much like this one up here that has fallen off or been removed, and then one down here. Let me point out the top of the spine. This one isn't quite torn. It's a little bit torn right there. It's a little torn right there. I don't know if you can tell that, but this is quite loose at the top, and I'm concerned that if someone else were to reach in and take it like this and pull, that it would tear it right through. So fun fact, if you put your finger in and put it at the top of the book and press down hard and pull it out that way, you're not going to damage the top of the spine. Bottom of the spine, not in great condition. I mean, it's not hideous, but you can see this piece right here is it's hanging off, and it's got some tear marks. So, but this is not good at all. This is a piece of the spine. I will say the coloring is pretty decent considering the book is over 100 years old. I don't see any foxing. I don't see any browning. Nothing like that. And unlike the front cover, this cover doesn't have that webbing and showing. This is fine the way it is. There are pages in here that have some tears in them. I'm not sure I'll be able to find any to show you, but I'll have pictures up. What I find interesting with some books, some older books definitely, are the page edges. I don't know if you can tell, but these are rough. They're not uniform with one another. These on the bottom are pretty uniform with each other, not completely, but they're pretty even. Ooh, ASMR. But these are not. These are not. And there are some books that are like this for the page edges. I don't think this is a problem with the book. I think it's just the way it was designed. Maybe you can see that. Ooh. I feel like I should be strumming a banjo or something. Can't play banjo though. And then these are not rough, but they're a titch uneven. And that could be because the book actually isn't, well, it's a little bit, it's a little wobbly in the spine. Can I replicate that? I can't seem to replicate that. Oh, there we go. See how that's moving? It should not be moving like that. And probably part of the reason is the hinge, which is, come on. The hinge is, it's not the right one. Probably because the hinge is showing that webbing in there. Makes it a bit unstable. This book has an index, which is nice. It's alphabetical, of course. Talks about the Panama Canal. Chapter 15 is the Elkins Amendments, 1903, the Hepburn Act of 1906. I found what I read of it fairly interesting, and you may if you like railroad stuff. Anyway, this will go up for auction. I haven't quite decided the starting price, but I will. I'll post about below this one once I have the links for these listed. But anyway, those are the things. So the books are not quite listed yet. but the candles are listed right now. So thank you so much. You can go take a look, see at them. You can share them with your friends, your family, whoever. And here we are. We've spent some time together, and my gosh, it's been 30 minutes. Who'd have thunk? So anyhow, thanks so much for watching. This is Patricia. I'm traveling for history, and until I see you again, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you Friday. I have a full-length video for you to enjoy, and I'll be there in the live chat so we can have a conversation. And until then, have a great couple of days. Thanks for watching. Bye now.